Hello, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful Monday night action we have live here at Federico Gymnasium. The Lady Bulldogs versus the Huskies of Mount Hope. Long ride here for the Huskies. Bulldogs coming off 3 days off after the holiday tournament. It's been a little while for us as well. I am the voice, Greg Morando, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. Together we are Westerly Live. We are bringing you nothing but hoops from here out through February, folks. Men's and women's basketball right here at Federico Gymnasium. The girls team comes in tonight with a 1-2 record, and the visiting Mount Hope Huskies held a 1-3 record. So both teams looking to try to turn things around a little bit, but the story's different for both teams, as the Huskies come in with 5 seniors, and the Bulldogs, you'll hear this often from me because it really is, it's a little bit of an anomaly. They have 0 seniors, and they have only 3 juniors on their roster, very effective juniors, but what they have nothing but upside, and they have nothing but time on their side to grow. So we're here live, and we are going to rise to the playing of our national anthem. All right, folks, we're about ready to get started here as the teams are about to take the court. So the Bulldogs, we don't know who the exact starting five is going to be. It's changed the few times we've seen them thus far. Mount Hope Huskies starting lineup, and maybe seven are being announced in as we speak. Number 2, Elsa White. Number 12, Shivani Mehta, is a junior guard. So they have a senior and a junior, 2 starting. And number 12, junior and captain, number 22, Mia Padula, a senior. Bulldogs starting lineup today is no doubt going to be led by Ellie Dodge, junior, number 45, being announced in first for the Bulldogs. Rachel Federico, junior, captain for the Bulldogs. Definitely the leader on the court. Sid Hake, number 25, their point guard, the shooter. Number 14, Riley Peliquin, the center. And number 11, only a freshman, Juliana Voisinette, also has a great shot and good handles. Sid Haig handles the ball the most for the Bulldogs, only a sophomore herself. Again, this team is just full of junior, sophomores, and freshmen. Coached by head coach Sid Haig. And the teams are ready to get go here. The officials coming out, and we're about to have the jump. Peliquin, and it will be number 10, Rain Ferris for the Huskies. And we are about to get off, folks. Peliquin handles the jump, and Federico takes it. So the Bulldogs win the jump. Federico lets the offense set up. Peliquin on the outside, normally under the hoop. And it's underneath, back to Federico. Tries to go up with it, and her layup goes a little bit long. Ball's bouncing around, and Hake comes up with it. And sets the offense up back to Federico. And there's a turnover. Dodge was looking to get it back to Federico. Husky cut in the lane. Foul called on the Bulldogs. That'll be the first team foul. And that'll be on Dodge, number 45, the sophomore. Number 12 inbounds it to number 2 for the Huskies. Their first offensive possession. We're going left to right here, folks. Tight man-to-man defense by the Bulldogs. Peliquin on the ball. Hake now forcing the pass. Peliquin gets her hand inside, forcing the turnover, and it's going to be Dodge. One-on-one to the hoop. She's going to go all the way, and the layup goes a little strong. And that's going to be 2 missed layups by the Bulldogs. But the turnover, Peliquin takes it herself and goes right up with it as she should, fouled on the way. So the Bulldogs will go to the free throw line for the first time. That'll be the first team foul for the Huskies. Peliquin gets the steal and goes straight up, trying to get the Bulldogs on the board for the first time today. And the first free throw goes long. So here we are on the back end of a second shot here. Bulldogs trying to get on the board still, and that one's going to go short, and that is rebounded by the Huskies, who are running it. And turnover again. Federico gets it over to Hake. Hake goes straight back to Federico on the loop, and it's a turnover. Probably should have gone up with it herself. Sloppy start to the game so far by both teams. Kind of how the season's gone thus far a little bit. Soft full court press there by the Bulldogs, who are now in straight man. And Hake almost gets her hand in on it. Federico does and takes the steal on the far side. Takes it up the court herself. Game of turnovers thus far. Passes it to the baseline. That's Dodge who goes up with it, and it is long. That's an air ball, and the Huskies come down with it. So the Bulldogs got it to the hoop. And I do believe are 0-4 on the day, but defensively they're nothing but steals. They're getting their hands in the passing lanes and almost come away with another one. Pass inside to number 2 for the Huskies, and that layup goes short. Down with it for the Bulldogs is Varsity, and Hake with it. Long pass over to Dodge. Into Pelican. Double coverage, and she is passes it back out, and that's Hake from long, comes up short. And a no-look pass by Pelican. Beautiful look, Dodge with the layup, and the Bulldogs are on the board 2-0. Took about 6 tries, but on the board we are. And now the Huskies breaking the press of the Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs are going to force them to set up their offense. Number 22, Captain, hits the jumper, only a 2-pointer. That is Padula, senior for the Huskies, and we are tied at 2. Hake taking it up for the Bulldogs, now allowing the offense to set up. Dodge sets up a pick, opens up a little bit. Varsity with it, takes it to the hoop, and it goes long. Number 22, Captain, comes down with a rebound, and the Huskies will take over again. And a hand gets in by Varsity, but the Huskies able to recover. Number 22, Captain, again, now towards the baseline. Hake forcing the issue underneath the hoop. Pelican had the block. There's a foul called on the play, and that's going to be on Hake. Tried to force her towards the baseline. Did a pretty good job, but apparently got a little bit too much body involved. So that's going to be number 12 on the line for the Huskies to try to break this 2-2 tie. Definitely a sloppy start in this first quarter, and that free throw goes long. So again, we're live on release on the back end here. Bulldogs are 1 for 2 for free throws today, and the Huskies are now 0 for 2, and Federico with the rebound. So the score 2-2, Federico taking it up the court. Bounce pass to Pelican from long, back to Federico. Fakes the jumper, taking it to the hole, breaks the defense to the beautiful layup by Federico, all the way to the hole. 4-2 score we have, and now the Huskies trying to break that press, and they do a good job of it. Bulldogs defense has been extremely impressive all the way to that point. Nice play by the Huskies. Pelican on the foul. Too much of the arm on the block attempt. Number 10 for the Huskies on the line. Bulldogs hold a 4-2 lead. When the Bulldogs are running and passing well, they look in sync. However, the beginning of this game has not looked that way. Federico took control herself on the last possession, which she has the ability to do. She also has the ability to pass. And the second free throw is good. 2 for 2 on the line that time for the Huskies. So they are 2 for 4 free throws for the day, and we are tied at 4. Hake with the ball. Gets it down to Varsity, and that back to Federico. Back out to Hake, a hand in by the Huskies, but Hake recovers. Over to Pelican behind the 3-point line. Back to Federico. Off the backboard and in. Long free throw. Banks it home and breaks the tie, 6-4. And Federico with another steal. Ball kind of went right to her. Hake taking it to the hole itself, breaking 3 people. Fouled on the way, and it's good. Beautiful take by Sid Hake, only a sophomore. The point guard, the shooter for the team. Nice take, gets through 3 defenders, fouled, and able to complete the finger roll. Dodge will take a break for the Bulldogs. 8-4 the score, and trying to complete the 3-point play is Hake. Free throw, good. 2 for 3 on the day is the Bulldogs on the line. So it's like a full court soft trap. And then number 2 again for the Huskies. Shot goes long. Hake with the ball. She's going to run it. 2-on-1. Gets it to Federico underneath. Federico gets it up. Layup short, but fouled on the way back up. So Federico will go to the line for 2. Bulldogs are doing a good job when they get offensive rebounds. They're going right back up. So Federico to the line for the first time today. And that goes long. Bulldogs are now 50% to a 4 at the line, holding a 9-4 lead. Defensively, however, they have about 10 steals. That's not an exact number, but it seems that way. And that free throw is long as well. Pelican almost able to get the offensive rebound, but the Huskies will take possession, moving left to right. And travel on the Huskies, number 10. Bulldogs will take over. And Hake looking for someone to inbound, and she's going to do it herself. Federico will take and give back to Hake. So the Bulldogs will set up an offense here. And we have a whistle and a little equipment adjustment here for the Huskies. So again, we are live here at Federico Gymnasium, folks. Lady Bulldog varsity action. They come in at 1 and 2, playing the visiting Huskies, come in at 1 and 3. Huskies have had 5 days off. Bulldogs have had 3. Federico with the up fake. To the hole she goes, able to get a hand in out of the Huskies and the steal. And it's a jump ball. Great job by Federico to get her hands in and not let go. She is the biggest and strongest on the team. Possession arrow goes in favor of the Bulldogs. Voisinay will inbound. Next jump goes to the Huskies. Peliquin takes the inbound. Back to Voisinay, who's going to go up with it, but travel on her way. And a travel it was. Turnover. Turnover keyword of the day for both squads. I cannot keep track of that number, or else I would not be able to keep track of the live action. Able to break the press momentarily. That looks like an up and down for me. No whistle. Bulldogs take possession nevertheless on the missed shot. And Rafferty takes it and gives it to Federico. Gets her own rebound. Out to Peliquin. Defender tries to take a charge. No contact really. And in, Mount Hope's able to get a hand in the passing lane. Out of bounds it goes. Bulldogs will retain possession. In for the Bulldogs, junior Gia Keegan, who will inbound to Hake on the backcourt. We have about 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter, 9-4 score. And again, number 3 for the Huskies, able to get that hand in, out of bounds it goes. And again, Keegan will inbound. Hake with possession. Crossover, trying to create space, gets it underneath to Federico, who tries to bounce it up to Peliquin, who's spending a lot of her time around the three-point line when I think that the Bulldogs are better benefited with her closer to the hoop. Nevertheless, nice block by Federico, who's doing it on both sides, both ends of the court, I should say, for the Bulldogs today. Nice bounce path underneath for the Huskies. Shot no good, out of bounds. Huskies will retain possession. So I think it would help Federico out and the Bulldogs as a whole if Peliquin was a little bit closer to the hoop offensively. Nice job defensively by Hake to disrupt the pass. And it's an air ball. That's going to go out of bounds. I do believe the call goes in favor of the Huskies. I thought maybe they were the last to touch, but that is not the case. So underneath the hoop, inbounding number 3 for the Huskies. Score 9-4. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. And here we go. Bulldogs really doing a great job of playing defense, having only given up 4 points. Number 23 off the backboard, a little long, and Peliquin with the rebound. Long, and that's going to be Dodge. And that layup goes long. Mount Hope with possession again. So the Bulldogs have been very strong with their layup attempts thus far. Mount Hope pressing, trying to beat the Bulldogs so they can't set up on defense, unable to find the bottom of the net, though. First three-point attempt, and that is going to come up short. They are able to get an offensive rebound. They got to be careful with their pivot foot close to traveling. Number 23 gets it back up, and that is not in the area. Out of bounds it goes. It's going to stay with the Huskies. So the Huskies shots are, they're struggling, to say the least, at the moment. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. 4 points having been scored. That is not to say that the Bulldogs are playing great offense themselves. However, they are playing good defense. They're making it very difficult on the Huskies. Referees conferring on the court over something here. I am not sure as to what. They are going to inform us now. Regardless, Federico is about to sub back in the game. She spends very little time out. Bulldogs with about a 7 or 8 lady rotation they use. And now we have a Husky timeout on the court. 1:20 left in the first quarter of play. A sloppy quarter, to say the least. But that's kind of been the season thus far, at least from what I've seen out of the Bulldogs. They're a streaky team. They look great at some points. They can run the court. They can pass crisp. They can hit threes. And I've seen the opposite, which we've seen a lot of today offensively. However, if you watch them defensively, they're a completely opposite team. You would never know that they are such a young team defensively. Their turnover numbers right now are extremely impressive. And even when they're not getting the turnover, they're getting their hands in, forcing it out of bounds, or forcing up difficult to near impossible shot for the Huskies. Now that's the glass half full report on the Bulldogs. Horn off, and we're ready to start play. Huskies with possession underneath the hoop. Coach Hake barking orders on the court. Inbound to number 10, rebound, layup, good. Huskies with a good inbound play, bring it within 3. Hake takes it over half court. Gets it to Rafferty. Long three-point attempt. And it's a beauty, nothing but net. First three for the Bulldogs of the day. Doubles up the Huskies 12-6. And the Bulldogs with the turnover on the full court press. That's number 12 for the Bulldogs. Lillian Gorman on the turnover. Hake with the jumper. And it's good. She is now on fire, folks. 5 quick ones for the Bulldogs. So it was a good inbound play off the timeout for the Huskies. And then a quick 3. Turnover, quick 2 for the Bulldogs. 14-6. Huskies looking for room. Bulldogs not giving it to them. They find number 10 wide open, though. And a layup is good. 14-8 score. Rain Ferris, the junior for the Huskies, right now is their only offense. 6 out of their 8 points. So that's Rafferty. Again, another 3 from the other side. That was long. And it's going to go out of bounds. Did the Huskies touch it? They did not. So the Huskies will take possession. Bulldogs did answer with 5 quick and still hold a 6-point advantage. 15 seconds running and a turnover again. Almost a turnover, I should say. Their hands are everywhere. That was Keegan. Rafferty forces the shot, not an easy one, and the Bulldogs able to get the rebound. That is going to be Dodge, number 12 on the rebound, Gorman. The horn goes off. That's the first quarter of play. Sloppy mostly, a little bit of clean offense by the Bulldogs, but defensively, they played well. The score 14-8 after 1. Bulldogs advantage. A lot of changes to be made, I'm sure, in a very quick period of time. Back when I played in pre-COVID, it was halves. Now it is quarters due to the masks. Makes the game, the flow go by, it really interrupts the flow in all reality. It makes the game go by quicker, but it prevents long runs of momentum by teams, and it really does disrupt flows. Like Sid Haig right now for the Bulldogs was just on fire, buried a 3, then a quick short fade jumper, and now it's going to be about 10-15 minutes real time before she has an opportunity to put up another shot. So it's things like that that people don't realize is the real-time difference between offensive opportunities. But nevertheless, Bulldogs back on the court. Mount Hope with possession, trailing by 6. And number 25 for the Huskies takes it. Cross midcourt, using the pick, no room though. Federico gets her hands on it, and the whistle is going to be a jump ball. And the Bulldogs are going to get possession. Great defense by Federico. Dodge will inbound for the Bulldogs. Hake will take it up court. Bulldogs moving right to left now. And Peliquin again takes it from the outside. Dodge has it, back to Peliquin. And back to Dodge. Peliquin again. 3-point attempt, no good. And Bulldogs get their hands in, and it is a jump ball. Great defense by the Bulldogs. Number 45, Dodge, to get her hand in, but Voisinay to hang on for dear life to force the jump. The arrow is in favor of the Huskies. They will take possession, but not anymore. Now it goes back to the Bulldogs because of that. So the Bulldogs defense forces the shot, blocked by Federico. And Federico will scoop up her own block. So another turnover by the Bulldogs. Great defense continues, led by Federico, who's really led the offense, her and Hake, thus far. Voisinay with possession, and over to Hake. Tries to get it back to Voisinay, and does. Huskies playing tight D. That's going to be Long two-pointer for Hake comes up short. Correction, that shot was by Dodge. Hake was on the near side. Nevertheless, the Huskies will take it from left to right. And the pass goes errant. Hake takes over. Another steal for the Bulldogs. Pelican with possession. Takes it down the lane, and a soft shot goes long. Huskies able to come up with the rebound and hold possession, and they have a basket hanger number 2 for the Huskies. Will make the layup and convert, and that makes the score 14-10. Bulldogs with a 4-point lead. Pelican on the baseline. Underneath to Dodge, back out to Pelican. Cross court to Hake. Jump fake over to Dodge. Trying to get it underneath to Federico and able to do so. And able to get it up. 3-point attempt for Federico. As she is fouled on the way up. Shot's good. And she will go to the line for the second time. Able to convert while being fouled. That is Mount Hope's 4th team foul early on in the second. So a couple more before they're in the penalty, and Federico unable to convert the 3-point play. The Huskies will take it from left to right. Bulldogs 6-point lead. Huskies unable to find much room inside. That's number 3, and the shot goes long. Bulldogs able to take possession, and they turn it over. Huskies with it, number 10, active first half thus far. And the Bulldogs with the steal. Nice pass ahead to Varsity by Federico, and she's going to go up and get fouled on the way. Good job by the Bulldogs of forcing the tempo, making their way to the free throw line. That all started out with Federico, which it often does, and you're going to hear that all year. This is a team that's all about growth. Very sloppy offensively thus far, very good defensively. You're going to see the opposite of that this year. You're going to see games where they play really good offense. I saw some crisp play out of them just last week. They are coming off a tough loss versus versus South Kingstown, a very good team. They've had 3 days off. The Huskies have had 5 days off, so they're coming in with a little bit of cold legs, long ride, and a Monday night. And the 0 for 2 off the line. Not good for the Bulldogs, able to get the offensive rebound, and Pelican's shot, no good. Huskies take the rebound down, and the Bulldogs unable to convert, force the 2 free throws, and are unable to put any points up on the board. That's something that they're going to have to really work on. Whistle on the play. Voisinet on the foul. Mount Hope inbounding. Inbound to number 2. Back to the baseline, and the Bulldogs able to get their hand in on it again. Jump ball, and that is number 30, Aruda for the Bulldogs. Arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. Take possession, and Aruda inbounds it to Hake. Next jump ball goes in favor of the Huskies. Hake has it, calling out an offense. Head fake over to Aruda, shoots. And that's off the backboard and in for 3. Whether she meant it or not, 3 points it is, and the Huskies quickly trying to answer, trying to get it up court quick. They've been trying to break that press all game long. Bulldogs able to get a hand in, and again, that's a blocked shot. Pelican takes the block off Federico, and the Bulldogs hit Hake, and it is good. Quick conversion by the Bulldogs, 21-10, and just that quick, it was just a 4-point game, and it is now 11. And that's what I was just talking about. Their tempo on offense, they can really score quickly. They force a timeout again by just their tempo and their passing ability. Everything started and will continue all season long and all season next year with the play of Rachel Federico, really. Sid Hake is she's their youth phenom. She's got 3 years to go, and she's there on court. Obviously, she calls the offense and holds the ball more than anybody else. She is their shooter, but pretty much their offense and defense revolves around the play of Federico, who has had a great game on both sides of the ball thus far. Their full court press has been extremely effective. Huskies trying to break it, trying to get it up court quickly. I think they're going to have to try to change up their approach a little bit, as we are under 5 minutes in the second quarter of play. They only have 10 points on the board. Bulldogs were just on defense holding a 4-point lead. Quick turnover, quick set of turnovers, crisp passing. Now it's an 11-point lead. Mount Hope about to inbound. Bulldogs set the press. And number 2 with it, back to 12 for the Huskies. Bulldogs pressing, able to get their hand in. Varsity almost with the steal. Number 2, she's going to go into the hoop with it, forces the foul. And that's about the best you can do right now if you're a Husky, is make your way to the line. Takes it herself and gets the foul. I believe Pelican is called. Pelican called for the foul. That is Westerly's third team. Only their third team with under 5 minutes to go. 5 team for the Huskies. Inbound. And that's going to be a turnover off the shin of number 11 of the Huskies. So the Bulldogs will take over with an 11-point lead. Again, I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer-owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly live here at Federico Gymnasium. Lady Bulldog varsity basketball action. And the Bulldogs leading by 11 at the moment. Federico with it in the paint. She's going to go up with a little 2-point off the backboard and in. Good for 2. Self-created offense. Nice job by Federico. Very effective in the paint. The only presence in the paint for the Bulldogs. Nice passing by the Huskies to break the press. Unable to complete with the shot. However, it goes off the shin of the Bulldogs. Off of Aruda. And the Huskies will inbound under their own hoop, down 13. Bulldogs starting to create space. And that's not a good thing when you have this young team has a lot of energy, let me tell you. And they're going to play 4 quarters. And if they create space defensively, it's just going to become a horror show for the Huskies. On the defensive block by Rafferty, beautiful defense. Man-to-man, you get no better than that. Looking up court for Varsity. No doubt, and finally gets it to her, but the pass goes errant, out of bounds it goes, and that's a turnover for the Bulldogs. Had her sights on it earlier. Good defense by the Huskies to prevent it. Tried to force it a little bit late, out of bounds, and the turnover. Now number 2 for the Huskies will take it. Likes to go straight to the hoop, not afraid to force it. Been to the line a few times today and gets the pick. And a foul by the Bulldogs. I do believe it's going to be on Aruda. Let's see the number call. No, excuse me, that's a charge. That's going to go in favor of the Bulldogs. And the Huskies will incur their 6th foul. So from here out, the Bulldogs will go to the line for at least a 1-and-1, as the Huskies will be in the penalty on the next foul. And bounce pass by Rafferty to cutting Wasn't. Nice pass. Wasn't unable to handle it. Turnover. Huskies going from left to right again, trying to create some kind of offensive action here. Number 10 on the baseline. Earlier in the game was the hot hand. It is number 2 right now who forces the action. Number 2 with the shot. Short it is, and the Bulldogs with the rebound. Rafferty to Federico. Up over the head of Dodge. Excuse me, that's Aruda. And back to Federico, over to Rafferty. Rafferty 1 for 2 on threes for the day. This is going to be number 12. Back out. Wasn't it with the ball. Takes it all the way to the hoop. Nice up and under. A little scoop shot. Goes long. Offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Rebounded by Aruda, fouled. Bulldogs will maintain possession, and that is going to put the Huskies in the penalty, as I was just mentioning. So the Bulldogs, although they weren't shooting, will go to the line for a 1-and-1. You make 1, you get 2. Bulldogs are near the 50% marker free throw shooting. I don't have the exact number in front of me. And she long on the first one, live rebound goes to the Huskies. Bulldogs unable to convert again. So this 13-point lead could be worse. There is no question about it, but the Bulldogs defense is just swarming right now, and they make it very difficult as they're doing now. Number 12 for the Bulldogs, 3 shots, 3rd is good. Nevertheless, that was Gorman playing excellent defense. Can't do much better than that. Ball bounced the Huskies' way 3 times, really. Rafferty with it at the moment for the Bulldogs. Crosses her over. And we're at the baseline. And that is going to be a timeout for the Bulldogs. That is their first charge timeout. Bulldogs with a 23-12, 11-point lead. 2:18 to go in the first half here, folks. Live from Federico Gymnasium. Bulldogs coming in with a 1-2 league record. The Huskies 1-3. Both teams trying to turn around things a little bit. But as I said, the Huskies come in with 5 seniors on their rosters. And the Bulldogs, it was really hard to imagine, but it's pretty much a 3-5-2 team. It's 3 seniors, 5 sophomores, 2 freshmen that get action. They have 4 or 5 freshmen on the team. Wazenette is a freshman. She's on the court more than she is not. Rafferty gets a lot of action. She's also a freshman. Gorman, you've heard me mention her name. She is also a freshman. Aruda, also a freshman. So I should correct myself. All the freshmen get action. So now underneath the hoop, going to be number 45, Ellie Dodge for the Bulldogs. 11-point lead. Pump fake by Hake. Takes it all the way inside of the paint. Shot goes long. Rebound bounces around a little bit, and the Huskies will take it. Federico man's up on the ball. They look for a pick. Federico has no problem getting around it, swarming the ball, forcing the pass to number 2 for the Huskies. Crossover to the hoop, and that shot goes errant. Bulldogs able to get the rebound. Pass up, Rafferty has it. Takes it up court, crossover. Looking for the pick from the other side. Hake takes deep 3, and that's going to go short, and rebound for the Huskies. So no points thus far out of the timeout. Huskies 11-point deficit at the moment. Elsa White, the offensive player for the Huskies, number 23 at the baseline, finds herself stuck because of the defense. Number 25 to number 2. Back to number 25. Using the pick. They're stuck at the 3-point perimeter. Bulldogs aren't giving them any room to enter. And they pass around the perimeter, and they're at the baseline and try to get it inside, and Rafferty deflects it, and this deflection goes Federico. So the Bulldogs get their hands in all passing lanes. Does go out of bounds off the Bulldogs, so the Huskies maintain possession, but can't get even a remote shot up at the moment. The inbound, undoubtedly, they're looking for number 2 and are unable to get it to her. Great defense, stellar defense by this Bulldog team coming out of the timeout. The Huskies unable to do anything. Federico inbounds it to Hake. Just over a minute left in the second quarter. Bulldogs with an 11-point lead. Federico with possession. Inside. It's going to be number 12, Gorman, the freshman, and it is good off the backboard. And that is a great move by the freshman. Bulldogs now with a 13-point lead, and to turnover by Federico. Hake with it, and they are running, and Hake holds her pivot foot, does a good job there preventing the travel. Great, beautiful pass by Federico, and it is up and good. 3-pointer by Rafferty, another freshman. Federico finds the open Rafferty, who nails it, and the Bulldogs are creating some quick distance. And it all starts with their defense. And that is another block by Federico, out of bounds on the Bulldogs. I'd love to know the steals blocked numbers for the Bulldogs because they are incredible. This defense that they have played throughout the entirety of this first half would make it difficult on any team that was on the schedule to come to Federico Gymnasium tonight. So 20 seconds going, and that is White for the Huskies. Their only offensive threat thus far, and the shot is no good, out of bounds, and the Bulldogs are going to take possession. 15 seconds left. Inbound to Hake. 16-point lead. They can hold or they can push. Federico has it. Back to Hake at the baseline. A little head fake. And it is going to go to Gorman. Tries to use backboard, goes strong. Huskies have the rebound. 2 seconds left. They're going to have to throw it. And they don't get it off on time. That's a half, folks. And at the half, the Bulldogs 28. The Huskies 12. 16-point advantage for the Lady Bulldogs, who have played a little bit of an up-and-down sloppy offensive game, but defensively, let me tell you, they have been on the number. Their defense, as far as steals and blocks, has been incredible. Federico has had a great game overall, both sides of the ball, just on top of everything, and is really, as she goes, the Bulldog goes. Hake's shooting has been true. Rafferty has contributed a great deal offensively. She is 2 for 3 in three-pointers. And we have heard a lot of Gorman, another freshman for the Bulldogs, who's gotten a lot of first-half minutes. So at the half, the Bulldogs with a 16-point lead, and the Huskies are going to have to change up something offensively. Bulldogs using a full-court press the entire first half. And really, the Huskies unable to break it. Number 2, Elsa White, only a sophomore guard for the Huskies, has been their only offensive threat. Number 10, Rain Ferris, she's a junior guard. She has a few points for the Huskies, I do believe around 4, but hasn't done much at all since midway through the first quarter. So we have about 9 minutes left in the half, and we are going to take a little break, and we will be right back for you, folks. Here we go, here we go, here we go, folks. Welcome back. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. Together, we are Westerly Live. We are ready for some second half ladies varsity basketball action, folks, here at Federico Gymnasium. Our Lady Bulldogs with a 50-50 first half, I would say. I would grade it with about a C plus overall. A plus defense. A plus defense. And offensively streaky. And that's what we've seen out of them all season long. That's what you're going to continue to see out of them, I'd imagine, is just growth. They hold a 16-point lead, 28-12, due in main part by their defense. They've gotten everybody involved, and their full court press, man-to-man defense has just been unstoppable. And right there, turnover right out the gate, almost a turnover right out the gates, as Varsity gets her hand in, and there's Federico with her hand in, and the turnover back to Varsity. So the Bulldogs' defense shows true to open the first half. Hake with the jumper, no good, and the Huskies take it back. Number 2 for the Huskies is their main, if not only, offensive threat, and the pass goes errant off of the shin of a Husky and out of bounds. So we start out quick and sloppy. Bulldogs with possession. Riley Peliquin inbounds to Hake. And we will now set up as Coach Sue Hake calling out orders to her offense. Varsity with possession. Making her way to the inside. Back out to Hake. To Peliquin. And she's going to take it to the hoop. Back to Federico on the baseline. Having a great game both sides. Nice baseline pass over to Varsity. Takes to the hoop, and it is good, plus the foul. She will go to the free throw line, looking to complete a three-point play. The Bulldogs near the 50% marker at the free throw line here today. Federico's forced 2 3-point opportunities here in the first half, and was not able to complete. So the Bulldogs score first, strike first here in the second half, third quarter I should say, and tack 3 onto their lead. And the Huskies break the press this time. Beautiful job. Nice pass. And the layup is good by number 10 of the Huskies. So they answer the 3-point play, doing a great job of racing the press. Hake breaks the double team. Pass was the net. Federico, who goes up, and good defense by the Huskies. Shots no good. And they get the rebound. And it's going to be White, number 2. She's going to take it all the way to the hoop. Blocked by Peliquin. Beautiful block. Out of bounds off of White of the Huskies. Bulldogs, Federico will take inbound from underneath their own hoop. Hake takes it from left to right. Bulldogs defense still swarming. And Hake's going to go coast to coast. And it is good. Using her right hand. Great job by Hake, the offensive leader of the team. Only a sophomore. And another decent job of breaking the press by the Huskies. Fouled by Federico on the shot. They will go to the line for 2. Oh, excuse me. The foul was on the floor. So they will inbound. And that's going to be Federico's first personal foul of the game. That's always good news when she doesn't have many fouls this late in the game. Which is also surprising. Blocked by Varsity. Another block by the Bulldogs. Huskies come down with it and blocked by Federico. And Riley Peliquin able to come down with the rebound off of Federico's block. 2 blocks by the Bulldogs, but the errant pass turns it back over. And White goes to the hoop with it. No good. Long. Federico with the rebound to Peliquin. Looks up, and this is going to be to Dodge all the way up to Varsity. She's going to take it to the hoop. Tries the scoop shot. Blocked by number 10 of the Huskies. And the Huskies will take it over. We are going back and forth here, folks. And that's going to be White. 3-point attempt from the Huskies. No good. Short. Hake has it. She more than likely is going to go with it. And a hand in by the Huskies. Pass back to Peliquin. 3-point attempt. And that is short. 0 for 2 on the day from Long. Bulldogs would be served better, I do believe, if she was a little closer to the hoop. Number 3 for the Huskies. And she passes, hoping to get it back, and doesn't. Peliquin wrangles in the errant pass, throws one of her own, but fortunately it is out of bounds off the Huskies. While the net will inbound to Hake. As we can breathe, the Bulldogs, 33-14, have upped the lead to 19 quickly. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Slowly, or quickly, I should say, getting out of hand. Varsity with possession. Bulldogs running a set offense. Federico with it. Varsity up with the 2-point attempt, Long 2. Not a great shot. Great rebound by Pelican. Reverse under the hoop. Great shot. Good. 35-14. As I was saying, Bulldogs are served much better with Pelican near the hoop. Able to break the press are the Huskies with an identical reverse layup by number 10 of the Huskies. But back to Pelican. Again, she has possession at the moment at the three-point line, inbound to Federico. In the paint to Federico. Off of a Husky hand, Bulldogs have possession. Offensively, the Bulldogs set up much better with Pelican's length, height, and just athletic ability nearer to the paint. She's been setting up closer to the three-point line, which I do believe Coach Hake would like to see her closer. Now, Sid Hake to Varsity, takes it to the hoop, up with it. She goes long. Rebound by the Huskies. Take possession. Slow things down a little bit. 4 minutes left in the third. White with possession. Passes it, number 10. Number 2, White again. Three-point attempt, no good. Hake tips the rebound. Federico hauls it in for the Bulldogs. And she is taking it all the way, and the shot is good. That's 2 more for Federico and 37 for the Bulldogs, who go up 21 with 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs have had a big rotation. Keegan about to substitute in. And as I haven't mentioned, but curiously, you'll notice foul on the play and on the ground. So the Huskies will retain possession but not go to the line. I think it's going to be Federico's second of the game. And that is second of the half for the Bulldogs. So Alex Storr is curiously missing. You'll see number 10 on the floor. She is a starter for the Bulldogs. And the inbound in the paint, right up with it. The Huskies go wisely and fouled in doing so. So that'll be 3 team fouls by the Bulldogs. 2 free throws for the Huskies. Not sure who got whistled for that one. And that's going to be Pelican. And that will be her third. And the third team. And that free throw is short for the Huskies. Huskies are struggling offensively even when the Bulldogs aren't swarming defensively. Bulldogs defense just absolutely incredible tonight. And has shown that ability all year long. And that free throw spins its way out. Pelican hauls in the rebound. Passes up to Keegan. Hand gets in for the Huskies, but right back to the Bulldogs. Keegan shot short, and Voisinette's hand gets in there, and out of bounds it goes off the Huskies. Hake is going to inbound from underneath the Huskies' hoop. 3:24 left to go in the third, 21-point lead. Inbound to Pelican. Finds its way to Keegan. Looks to the baseline, pass intercepted. Huskies have it, trying to run. White with possession, number 2 for the Huskies. Nice crossover move to get to the hoop. Shot comes up short, batted around. Pelican comes up with it. Keegan running it. Unable to get to the hoop. Double teamed by the Huskies. And the pass by number 12 picked off by the Huskies. Another offensive turnover by the Bulldogs. And that's what you see, that hot and cold. They have a 21-point lead. At the same time, you're seeing turnovers. So they have that mix where they're going to go on runs. They hold a 21-point lead. If you're listening and not watching or just seeing updates, you would think offensively they might be playing a little more crisp than they are. But a lot of those points are due to their defense. They really are. So inbounding, the Huskies, number 10 has it. Number 10 and number 2 are their main threats. Number 10 up, long rebound, out of bounds off of the Bulldogs, number 12, Gorman, a freshman. I do believe all 5 freshmen for the Bulldogs have been on the court tonight, and we'll see more time on the court tonight. Soft hook for the Huskies comes up short, and the Bulldogs, Gorman with the rebound to Pelican and all the way up to Hake. Pelican with it, again at the perimeter, into Gorman, jump, fouled on the way, she'll get 2. So the Bulldogs with a 21-point line will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. That'll be Lillian Gorman. Again, you've heard her name several times, the freshman. First free throw spins out. Probably just under 50% from the line. Bulldogs definitely going to look to improve on that. That's been a season-long thing itself. And Pelican will get a short break. Well, generally it's a short break for her, but looking at the score, you're going to probably see some new numbers in for longer periods. Second free throw is good, 22-point lead. Huskies doing a better job breaking the press this half. Number 2, moving White with a three-point attempt. Goes long. Number 10 hauls in the rebound. Number 10 with it underneath. And it's good off the backboard. So again, their offense coming from number 2 or number 10. That time it is number 10. Rain Ferris, the junior guard. Both of their guards. Corbin's pass is deflected, then picked off. They're trying to run the court. Bulldogs defense able to catch up. Hake swarming in the side. And Bulldogs get their hand in and force the turnover. They will take it, inbound it from underneath their own hoop. Federico with it to Hake. And they will run, breaking the Huskies' soft press. Keegan with a three-point attempt goes long. Might have been a long 2. And the Huskies will take it from right to left, trailing by 20. Third quarter slowly coming to a close. Quick quarter, actually. Bulldogs get their hand in. And that's number 30 playing great defense for the Bulldogs. Aruda, and Keegan gets the turnover. Pivot foot, nice move. Holds that pivot foot up and under. 2-point good. 40-18 to score. 22-point lead based on defense. And Federico, another blocked shot. Federico definitely approaching double-double area. Probably in a few categories. Several deflections, depending on the deflections, block, steals, and points. So the Bulldogs with possession at the baseline. And number 12 with it again, Gorman. And finds Keegan cutting and makes it. And one. So Keegan finding the hot hand in the paint. Nice little soft short jumpers from about a 4 to 7 foot range. Lost art of basketball is that area, and it is great to have the ability to have someone on the court that can make those shots. Pelican also able to do so, as is Federico. Bulldogs back at the free throw line to complete the three-point attempt. And they are able to do so. Only the second time they've been able to complete a three-point attempt. I do believe they've had about 4 or 5. And number 10 running the court for the Huskies. Federico puts the end to that. Nice pass underneath, though. Number 11 puts it up long. Number 10 with the rebound, offensive rebound, up long. And Federico comes down with it for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, 3 people fighting for that rebound. Great job in the paint. Federico over to Rafferty. Rafferty back to Fed. Over to Keegan. Underneath. And that is intercepted by the Huskies. Gorman was trying to get it over to Rafferty. And number 2, White for the Huskies. The shot attempt is reeled in by Federico. Another rebound. And it's going to be up by Aruda with no time left, and it is long. And that is the end of 3 quarters of play. That quarter, all Bulldogs, to say the least, as the Huskies post only 2 points. And the Bulldogs hold a 43-18 lead. Not much to say, really. The Bulldogs up by 25 points. And everything starts with their defense, as their defense is just insatiable all over the court. You're seeing a lot of different players contribute. Everyone's gotten on the court, and this is without Alex Storr being a part of things tonight. And she's a huge asset to the team. So Bulldogs definitely came in a little bit cold and have definitely warmed up and are playing some good hoops right now. No matter what situation the Bulldogs find themselves in this year, Coach Hake's going to use it as a learning situation. With no seniors on this team and only 3 juniors, very effective juniors, I should say, led by Rachel Federico, the captain, she's just going to teach this team how to get better, and every situation is just further experience. And they're going to be a nightmare to deal with come the end of this season and next season. I can't even imagine what they're going to have on the court. Games like this allow Coach Hake to really use her rotation, 7, 8, 9 different players on the court throughout the game, and get rest to some players who don't really get a lot of rest. For instance, Rachel Federico getting rest at the moment. Here we go, fourth quarter action. We are Westerly live, and the Lady Bulldogs hold a 43-18 lead over the Huskies of Mount Hope in some league action. Number 2, all the way to the hoop off the inbound, and it's good. Off the backboard. Number 10 or number 2 for the Huskies pretty much runs their offense, and that matches their third quarter production. Pelican with it at the free throw line. Pass goes out of bounds, turnover by the Bulldogs, and the Huskies have it. So within about 2 seconds, they match their 8-minute production in the third quarter. And they are running the court, able to break the press again. Got to remember, different personnel. Good passing. The layup a little bit short, but able to bring in the offensive rebound of the Huskies. And that pass was in traffic, and Hake comes up with the turnover. Running it, and a nice spin move, fine, under control. Shot goes a little long, wasn't it, with the offensive rebound, and it is good. 45-20 Bulldog lead, 25 points. And the Bulldogs playing a little softer press, and there's going to be a little body foul on the Bulldogs. On the floor. Bulldogs have 5 team fouls, however, only one more freebie. And then they're going to put the Huskies on the line. Inbound number 25. Trailing by 25. Working the perimeter, looking for space. Number 2, White with it. Back to number 25. Looking, shoots. Not going to connect, and that's Varsity with the offensive rebound. And she takes it up court. Crosses it over, finds Rafferty. Into Pelican, turns, nobody there, and shot no good. Out of bounds off of number 25 of the Huskies. Bulldogs retain possession. And it is going to be number 11 of the Bulldogs, the freshman. Always on the court, always action. Is this freshman. Looking for someone, finds number 45, Ellie Dodge. Quickly gets it to Hake, over to Rafferty. Now it's Pelican, again at the three-point perimeter. Into Varsity, good look to Dodge, and the shot is just a little bit long. Rebound Huskies look to run, pass a little behind White, and that allows Pelican to catch up, but not quite fast enough. And it off the backboard connects by number 2 of the Huskies, who double up their third quarter production, 4th point of the quarter. Bulldogs, nice passing, give and go. Pelican, that was Varsity, to Pelican, back to Varsity, 47-22. When the Bulldogs are running and gunning, they look good. When their passing's precise. Pivot foot by number 25 looking for something. White can't find space into 10. They're trying Pelican on the D. She's very long, hard to get around when she's underneath. And that goes off the backboard, no good. And that's Varsity with the offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. And the foot gets to Hake. She presses the issue, nobody there. She's going to go all the way. And connects. With the underhand layup, Bulldogs with 49. We are approaching 5 minutes to go. The pass goes out of bounds. Bulldogs are going to take it over on another turnover by the Huskies. Rafferty, the freshman, will inbound to Hake, the sophomore guard. 5 minutes to go. 27-point Bulldog lead. Pelican finds Dodge underneath for the open layup. Bulldogs tack on 2. White, number 2 of the Huskies, takes it up court. Looking to go all the way with it, and is blocked by number 45, Dodge. Starting to hear her name a lot. Pelican with it, takes it all the way, and coast to coast she goes. Bulldogs finding contributions from everybody. The center taking it coast to coast. Everything's working when that's the case. When your center can make it from one end to the other, undefensed. So the Bulldogs offense moving quickly at a high pace at the end of the game here. 4:42 to go in the 4th. We are Westerly live here at Federico Gymnasium, and the Bulldogs are clicking on all cylinders more so than they have at all tonight. The lead doesn't exactly represent the precisely clean play, you would say. It's been pretty sloppy. The Bulldogs' defense has been 10 out of 10, A-plus defense. Offense around a C. At times it's an A, at times it's a D. So I'll say C+. 3-point wise, they have a few threats from behind the line. They haven't needed it really tonight. Rafferty has gone 2 for 3, however, from 3-point range. They need to work on their free throws. They're at or below 50%, I would say. They've had about 4 opportunities at 3-point plays where they've finished and won and have only been able to complete, I believe, 1 or 2 of them. And that's something they're going to look to improve upon. These are little things that Coach Hake will undoubtedly work on. Regardless of the deficit, she will find so much to work on because of the youth. So here we are, 4:42 to go. Mount Hope inbounds. Number 2 White with the ball. Crosses midcourt. Keegan on D. Goes all the way, a little underhand, and scoop is in. 2 points for the Huskies. Federico back in with possession. Takes it cross court and up, down with the bounce pass. That's number 12 with it, Gorman. Pass is batted out of bounds by the Huskies. The Bulldogs will retain possession. And number 30, Aruda is going to be chosen to inbound. Nope, it's going to be Pelican. As the Bulldogs set up play. And Aruda with the inbound. Back to Pelican, they try to get it. And she does get it a little bit too far underneath. Federico with it. Out of bounds it goes, and it went off of Federico, so it's going to be a turnover by the Bulldogs. And the Huskies will get it back. They will inbound to number 2 White. Only a sophomore. She really does have a bright future for the Huskies. Good look. Number 23 using the pivot foot. No look pass back to White. 3-point range, no good. Rebound, Pelican. Pass from Dodge to Keegan. Batted out of bounds by the Huskies. Bulldogs with possession. Under 4 minutes to go. That 29-point lead by the Bulldogs. And the inbound by Aruda looking for someone. Finds underneath. That's going to be number 12, Gorman. Layup's no good. Gets her own rebound. Goes the other side in. Makes it good. No good from the left. Gets her own rebound. Goes around to the right and tacks on 2. Huskies on offense. Nice up fake. Takes it to the hole and fouled on the way. That's going to be the 16th foul for the Bulldogs. Number 11 for the Huskies will go to the line for 2. And the Bulldogs will be in the penalty next foul. That means the Huskies will be shooting 1 and 1 at least from here out if they are fouled by a Bulldog. We only have 3:35 to go. The Bulldogs with 55 and the Huskies 24 from the free throw line. It is good. As I said earlier, one area the Bulldogs are definitely going to work on is free throws. And looking for the back end is no good. Pelican with the rebound. Again, extremely effective underneath when she finds herself there. Pick by Federico. Pelican uses it. Back to Federico. Using her pivot, looking for someone. Keegan with it. Good job with her pivot foot. No one there. Pass batted. Gets it underneath to Gorman. And she is fouled. And that is a blocking foul against the Huskies. Bulldogs will inbound, and that's going to be Aruda inbounding. Mount Hope only has 4 team fouls, so they have 2 they can spare. Pelican with it. And it's going to be, pass attempt was going to be to Gorman at the baseline. Huskies able to get in the way. Number 2, crossover up the hoop, and it is no good. Fast break attempt by the guard. And now Federico with the fast break attempt. She is going to go all the way with it. And Strong gets her own rebound, though, and goes straight up with it, fouled. And she is going to get 2 free throws. Federico with her own offensive rebound, straight back up with it. She's done a good job at that. She's forced that about 3 times, getting offensive rebounds and forced her way back to the free throw line. She's also forced 2 or 3 and 1 attempts. Very aggressive when she gets near the hoop. Free throw long, however. From the line, the back end, no good. So the Bulldogs unable to capitalize from the line. And quick break by the Huskies. Look for the reverse. Pelican with another block. A beautiful job of defense. Able to get the rebound of the Huskies. Shot's no good. Pelican gets another rebound. So able to break any kind of a Husky defense. Aruda with a three-pointer. Good for the Bulldogs. And a whistle on the court. Not sure we have an injury on the back end. So the whistle is going to be a stoppage of play. It was right around the time of release. We'll see if they give it to him. They are going to give them the three, it looks like. But there's a Husky down. It was really close to the time of release of the shot. Score makes it really irrelevant. Hopeful that it's a minor injury, obviously, especially in a game with a spread of this magnitude. So the Bulldogs will be back in action after tonight. They only have one day off, and they head to Mount Pleasant to play Mount Pleasant High, and that will be on the 7th. Correction, the 5th. Up and off the court with a little bit of help. Crowd gives her a round of applause, and the teams will take the court. Only 2 1/4 left to go. 58-25 score here in the 4th from Federico Gymnasium. We, however, will be back Thursday night for some men's varsity action, folks. Lady Bulldogs finishing this thing up here. Their relentless defense and relentless overall style of play has created this deficit. And you're going to see that. And you're going to see that against teams that would come in that you would think are better than them, the Bulldogs are able to hang on with, because they're just relentless. They do not give up defensively. You're not going to find a much better team, as they force they're called with a foul by Hake, but it was close to a jump ball right there. It's just how tight their defense is, regardless of the point differential. Coach Hake emphasizes defense clearly. Number 2, White, to the free throw line as the Bulldogs are in the penalty. Makes the first end of the 1-1. And earns herself a second. Sophomore guard is true for 2 for the Huskies. So Hake takes it down for the Bulldogs. Up by 31. Varsity with it. Back to Hake. Playing the perimeter at the moment. Aruda Rafferty. Rafferty underneath to Dodge, who takes it herself on a little turnaround soft hook. Bounces off. Varsity with the rebound. And Rafferty's going to take it from 3 and gets it. And that makes her 3 for 4 from the day, I believe, folks, from deep. So she's got her missile sights on today, folks. And Bulldog defense good there. That's Aruda with her hand in for the steal. Batted around a bunch of times and is going to roll out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Huskies. So the Bulldogs still with their hands in on everything regardless of score. Huskies will take it. Rafferty's three-point shooting, definitely an offensive highlight for the Bulldogs. I would say that Federico's offensive rebound relentlessness, just an offensive style of play, is a highlight. From there, they have areas they need to work. The inbound is good to number 10 for the Huskies, but can't complete. Rafferty is going to take it up for the Bulldogs, who get it over to Hake. Coach Hake calling out plays. They are slowing things down at the perimeter. We are approaching the 1 minute mark here, folks. And in and out they play. They're going to use the shot clock here. And it approaches 12 where Hake has the ball. Out of bounds it goes. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. They reach in. It's going to be Aruda inbounding for the Bulldogs. 9 seconds on the shot clock. To Hake it goes. Play starts. Back to Aruda, back to Hake. They're going to have to move. Rafferty, deep 3. And that one goes off the mark. And they're looking. Let's see if they're at the baseline. Fighting. A lot of Bulldogs hands in, and that's it. Rafferty comes out with it. Bulldogs hands everywhere. If it's a scrum, if it's a scrabble, or if that ball is in the air, there's Bulldogs hands near it. They are an aggressive team. And they're going to cause some real problems to teams who overlook them, teams who may sleep on them due to their early record, or their lack of upperclassmen. And Hake takes it in, passes back out. They're just pretty much using the clock. And this one goes off the leg of Hake, who's going to hang on to it. Jump ball it is. It's a never let go team, never let die and never quit team Coach Hake has in front of her. The exciting team to watch, no doubt, all season long. They're going to be very exciting for the crowd to watch and to see what they can do, because they're going to play with everybody. Huskies get a hand in on it, out of bounds it goes, and the Bulldogs maintain possession. So the last few seconds here, taking a little while, 22 to go. Hake gets the inbound, back off to Aruda, shot goes off. Shot clock horn, air ball, turnover. Huskies will take possession. And they're going to let it roll down. Number 2, White with it. She'll take it to the hoop on the crossover. Defense is soft. No one really wants to pick up the foul or stop the clock. She has been, along with number 10, the main offense for the Huskies. That's Elsa the White, sophomore guard, and Rain Farias, junior guard. Both have had very good games offensively and defensively for the Huskies. That is the final horn, folks. And our Lady Bulldogs come off with a league victory versus the Mount Hope Huskies. That is going to even their league record up at 2-2, bring them back to 500. Great defensive play, great offensive play at moments. Definitely areas to work on. But if you look at the score, folks, Bulldogs 61, Huskies 29. Yes, you have that correct. That's a 32-point victory, and that is based on defense and captain leadership by their leader, Rachel Federico. So that's it from us, folks. Westerly Live. We will be right back here at Federico Gymnasium on Thursday night. Tune in to some men's varsity action. We will see you then.